So let's dive directly into the training video. So this video it's all about creating a comprehensive road design for your route survey. Okay, so I will quickly show you a method that is generally acceptable in all applications in the course of this training video. So you are expected to have your data, okay, on Excel the way you are seeing on the screen. So this is my point series and the eastings, northings, as well as the final reduced level and the description respectively. Okay, so this description can as well as be tagged remarks. So here you can have your changes, or you can have your center line, or you can have your TBM all together here. Okay, so this column carries that information. So note that your Excel should be arranged the way you are seeing on the screen. Okay, eastings, nothings. So it will aid your design, okay, accurately. So when you have your data tabulated this way, okay, the next thing is to launch into your AutoCAD. So I'll be using the AutoCAD application here. So be it you are using Civil 3D, AutoCAD, land development, or whatsoever, this particular method is going to work for you. So I have actually test run it on land development as well as Civil 3D. Okay, so I'm very sure of that. So when you have your AutoCAD, you open it, okay, you are going to see the interface this way. So you click on start drawing. All right, so it's gonna open a new work environment. So you don't need to do any unique setup or whatsoever, because we are using a method that is quite different from what you are actually familiar with. So I'm just going to off the grid lines. Okay, so when you have your AutoCAD opened, okay, the next thing is to open the SWDTM. Okay, so this is a terrain model plugin. Okay, and I'm going to incorporate this plugin with AutoCAD to generate all my design, okay, that I'm in need of. Okay, so all you have to do is to open this plugin as well. So you can check under the video description to see the download link to this plugin freely. Okay, so you can download and make use of it when you want to design your road surface design or longitudinal profile. All right, so when the plugin is open on AutoCAD like this, okay, the next thing is to open. You can minimize your AutoCAD. Okay, then you open your Excel. So in your Excel now, we want to import the point, this point, into the AutoCAD work environment through this plugin. So how you do that is to highlight, okay, the information from this particular cell on Excel. Okay, you highlight it down to the description. Okay, then you drag it down to the very last point you have on your Excel data. Okay, so I have to this point. Okay, so when you highlight, okay, you open your AutoCAD work environment. All right, just follow the steps carefully. Then you go to point on the plugin. Okay, you click on that. So you are going to see import point from file, import point from Excel, and other information. So what you click on is import point from Excel. All right, make sure your Excel is open at the background. All right, very important, and highlight all the points you want to import. All right, so you click on import, the import point from Excel, you click on that. So it's going to ask you the point label scale. So you can actually use any scale of your choice. However, I'm going to leave it on default. Okay, so you can leave it on default as well. Then you click on import points. So if you can't find the point on your AutoCAD work environment, you can just click on zoom estate. So this is the point. All right, so this is the point I just imported. So when you do the same thing, you are going to see your points on your AutoCAD work environment. All right, so I just want to make the node to be big, so you should come to utilities. All right, then scroll to point star. Okay, so if you are using AutoCAD Civil 3D, you have to go to format. All right, so let me show you. Or land development, you have to go to format. All right, then you scroll down to point style. Okay, so any which way, okay, you are going to see that. So you click on any point style of your choice. So I'm just going to use this, then I'm going to set it to be 1, then set absolute unit, then okay it. All right, so you are going to see it bigger, all right, on the screen. So there's a reason behind that. All right, it's going to aid us to get the alignment, the surface alignment, and the later on. All right, so when you are done with that, the next thing is to process this point. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is to create your surface alignment of the road. All right, so when I finish designing the surface alignment of this route, I'm now going to show you how to plot your longitudinal profile, okay, with the same plugin. All right, so we want to create the surface alignment. Make sure you load and import your point the way we just did, okay, the way you just see me do. All right, so after you import your points, you still come to points. Okay, then you click on process points. So here you don't need to do anything. Okay, so you just click on OK. So you can see processing successful, so you click on OK as well. After that, all right, you have to come to draw. Okay, then you add boundary, so you can now start defining the boundary of your surface alignment. So I'm just going to off the O snap here so that I won't have any disturbance at all. So you just roughly approximately, okay, define the boundary. So you're just to do the same thing on your data. So I actually understand how I actually took all my observations on site. So in as much you have your data that you actually observe yourself, you should understand how you are to add the boundary. Okay, so if your route is having intersection, you have to know how you have to go about it. Okay, so this is the boundary I'm actually creating. Okay, so at the very last end I'm going to close, then you have to click on enter on your keyboard. So we are done adding the boundary, okay, to aid our surface creation. Okay, so when you are done with adding the boundary, you come to triangles so that we can triangulate. Okay, come to triangles, then you click on triangulate. So as you can see on the screen, it is triangulation completed successfully. So you click on OK. So when you are done with that, okay, you come to contour. All right, then you click on draw quick contour. Okay, so this is a form of surface creation. This is a form of surface. Our contour is a form of surface. Our the TIN is a form of surface as well. So the surface we are going to be using here is the contour form of surface. So you click on draw quick contour. Okay, so these are the information: contour interval, okay, major contour, and minimum distance between points 0.1. So you just leave it on default. Okay, then you click on draw. So this is our surface, okay, created. All right, so we are still in the process of creating our surface alignment. So this is not all, we are still in the process. So after you create your contour surface, okay, you come to alignment. Okay, so before you click on alignment, you have to off the layer of the contour so that our alignment can be accurately chosen. Okay, so to off the layer of your contours that you just produced, you click on layer properties, then you scroll down to contour. So here you should switch that off, then you go to index contour as well, then you switch that off as well. Okay, so when you're done with that, all right, then you come to alignment. So you have to click on draw alignment, so a tool will be activated. So you are expected to choose the center of this chain edges. Okay, so just make sure you on your snap again, then you start choosing from the zero chain edge. All right, as we imported and as I took my observation on site, from the zero chain edge you start, okay, choosing the chain edges. So this is going to aid your surface alignment. So I'm just going to choose the alignment from each chain edge to another. So you should do the same thing as well, okay, so that we can achieve a better result together. So that is how you are going to choose it. So if you have other information, you are expected to choose the center line. Okay, so as you can see the point imported on my AutoCAD work environment, this is typically the center line alone. Okay, the center line is the major information we need in creating longitudinal profile as well as the surface alignment. The center line, so far you can have the center line, you can create your road design accurately. Okay, so if you have your center line depicted as you are seeing here, if I have center line as my description or my remarks, you are going to see it written. So you have to choose just the center line alone. So I'm just going to choose all my changes, which is the center line in this case. Okay, so that's how you're going to choose it from the beginning to the very end. So you should remember the center line is what is expected to be picked. That's what's supposed to be picked as the alignment. So this is the last one, and when you are done with that, you click on enter on your keyboard. Okay, so we are done. Okay, you have to come to S section. Okay, you click on that, then you click on sections by TTM. Okay, you click on that. All right, so you are now going to see this popping up. So since what we want to create is L profile as well as the surface alignment, okay, so I will suggest and advise you check the L profile and X section in case you want to provide you want to design or produce the two informations, the two profiles. Okay, the cross section is the X section, the L profile is the longitudinal profile. Right, so here the X section interval is 20. Okay, the X section interval is 20. So if yours you want it to be on 25, you can edit it to be 25. Okay, so that's just that information. Then here you should check right chainage so that you can have a better view of what your design is all about. So you check that. Okay, so when you check that, you will see here, you will see partial distance. Okay, the left 15, the right 15. This simply means the distance between the left hand side, okay, the left hand side and the right hand side, okay, 15 meters, depending on what you want your design to be. So if you want your design to be 10 meters, okay, you can actually edit that as well. However, I'm going to leave it at default in the course of this video. Okay, so when you are done with this, okay, you click on select. So you are going to see an information. So it's going to give you an advantage to save your information that is about to be created. Okay, the DTM, this change intersection that is about to be created, as well as the respective coordinates and changes. Okay, so you are just going to give it a file name. So this is actually for the purpose of reports, for report purposes. So I'm just going to give this road data. Okay, all right, depending on what you want to give it. Okay, so just for report purposes, we are going to see that later in the course of this video. So click on save. So below here you see select the alignment nearer to this chainage, that is to the starting chainage. So you zoom to the starting chainage of your route. Okay, so you can see here ch plus 0 0. Okay, so that is my chainage 0, that's my starting chainage. So I'm going to click on the alignment of this starting chainage. So when I click on it, you are going to see the chainage intersections labeled accurately. So this is 0 0, okay, and this is 25. Okay, this is at 25 meters intervals, that's chainage intervals from the beginning to the very end. So that is how it is going to demarcate your chainages, design it accurately for you. All right, so that is just that in creating the alignment changes. Okay, so when you are done with that, okay, we are now going to quickly design the road data. So this is based on professional practices, individual practices. All right, so I'm just going to off my boundary, okay, that I created. So I'm going to up the layer of the boundary, so I don't need that information again. So I will start by designing this by professional standard. So this can actually differ on individual standard. All right, so when you see this route, this alignment, you are going to see that it is coming nicely from these zero changes. Okay, down 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 down. Okay, when you see this particular sharp curve, this curve is not professionally acceptable. Okay, we are expected to use the radius of a curve computed between changes. All right, so that we can have a curve that is going to aid the super elevations, okay, of this particular region. So we can't have a car running on a high speed and getting to this particular change and taking a sharp turn. That is going to cause an accident and all that. Okay, so what you have to do is to compute for the radius of curve between these changes. All right, 49.5, that is the radius of curve, okay, between this chainage. All right, between this chainage here, 49.5. So how to run the radius of curve, okay, to draw a particular curve that is going to aid the transportation between this region, within this region, is to come to the command line, then you type F. Okay, that F is fillet. Okay, you click on fillet. All right, then you scroll to radius. Okay, radius. Then here you are going to put the radius of curve that is computed here, 49.5. Okay, 49.5. Then you click on enter. Okay, so it's going to ask you to choose the line between these changes. So you are going to click on this, and you click on this. So guys, you are going to see it has actually be a curve line. It has become a curve line. All right, so one thing you have to note also, okay, you have to copy out the selection. So I'm just going to undo that quickly before I start adjusting the radius of curve at each sharp edge. So I'm just going to undo. Okay, so I have undo. You can see it's now a sharp edge. Okay, so I'm just going to, you have to copy this alignment out, but because we are going to be in need of it later on. So copy selection, so you copy it out of, okay, where is far away, so that we can get our radius of curve in a different alignment. Okay, so here I'm just going to quickly repeat the fillet command. Okay, radius, then input my radius of curve value 49.5, enter. So I'm just going to choose this and this. So if I'm to zoom, you see that it has moved from a sharp edge, okay, to a curved edge. So that is just the aim of the radius of curve. So any vehicle running on a high speed, okay, and running here down to this place won't find it difficult to make transition. All right, it won't find it difficult to make transition, so it's going to move freely without any challenge. So here as well, you are going to see a sharp edge, a sharp bend. So that is how you are going to be computing it. So therefore it is also 49.5. so that is just the radius of curve we are going to be adopting. Okay, so I'm just quickly going to repeat the command F fillet, enter, radius. Okay, remember 49.5 is just there already. 49.5, enter. Then you choose the point you want to adjust. So it has changed. So any car coming this way, you can see it's already bending. So that is just how to design the surface alignment. It's going to curve, and that is how you are going to be doing for each sharp edge. Okay, so I'm just quickly going to come here, repeat the command. Okay, then choose. Okay, so any sharp edge. So for you not to be repeating the F command, just press enter, okay, on your keyboard. It's going to automatically repeat the command of the previous command. So here is a sharp edge as well, you can see. So here we don't have a sharp edge, it's all straight line. So here let's quickly, okay, here too is a sharp edge. Okay, so that is just how you are going to design surface. Here is a sharp edge. Okay, enter. Okay, any sharp edge that is going to be posing challenge is what? So this place looks like a sharp edge. A sharp edge. Okay, so you can see a curve that is going to aid transition of vehicle on your route design. Okay, so that is just professionally how you are to do that. So we are almost done. So that is just it. So that is just how you are to design all the edges, okay, all the sharp edges, sharp bends on your alignment. So okay, so when you are done with that, all right, so if you are finding it difficult, you can just rewind the video and carefully follow the steps. All right, so when you are done with the radius of curve, okay, you are to return this alignment, this original alignment, back, okay, to the origin chainage. Okay, back to the origin chainage. So let's quickly compute the radius of curvature, the radius of curve between this chainage. Okay, this is where we started from. So to compute that, all you have to do is to click on this particular function here. Okay, then you click on radius. So when you click on radius, you click on the radius of curve you created. So you can see the value above. Okay, it is already dictating it. So 49.5, that is 49.5. okay, so that's just the radius of curve, okay, accurately computed. So you can actually use other formula, just make sure you accurately compute the radius of curve between two chainages. Okay, so that is just that. All right, so the next thing we are going to do, okay, is to professionally decide the width of our roads, the width of our roads as well as the gap between them. Then this is based on professional judgment as well. So via my own judgment, okay, the the curved alignment, not the initial one. This that is actually curved, I'm just going to make that one red, okay, for easy identification. So you come to properties, okay, then scroll to by layer, then make that red. So this is actually the curved one. All right, that is well designed. All right, okay. So the actual designed one, okay, is what we want to start, okay, making decisions on. All right, so not this other one that is having sharp edge. Okay, so this red alignment, okay, want to make decisions. So this is based on professional decisions. Okay, so I want the gap between this surface alignment to be 0.5. Okay, so this is what I mean. So you come to your command line, you type O, then you click on enter. That is offset. Okay, so you are going to define the distance, okay, between the gap. So the gap is 0.5 in this case. You click on enter. Okay, so it's going to ask you where you want to put it. So you put it at the right side, okay, and at your left hand side. Okay, so that is just that. You click on enter. When you are done, then you change the color to yellow. So when you click on it, come to properties as well, scroll to this, then make it yellow. So the distance between the gap and the left hand side of the route, okay, as well as the right hand side of the route, I'll make it 3.65. okay, so the same thing is offset. Come to your command line, type O, then click on enter. Okay, this time around the distance between the gap and the right hand side of the road as well as the left hand side of the road, I'll make it 3.65. remember, this is based on professional judgment. Your description can be actually 2.5 or 4.5 depending on what you want. So 3.65 is what I'll be going with. So you click on enter, then you offset from the gap to the right side of the road, then here the left hand side of the gap to the left hand side. Okay, then you click on enter. All right, so when you are done with this, this is the one-way road, that is the left hand side road, and this is the right hand side road. So when you are done offsetting for the right hand side and the left hand side, there is expected to be a gap between it as well. Just like we have for the center alignment, we are going to have a gap for this. So the gap is 2.5. okay, so you come here on your command line, click on O, enter. Okay, the offset, the distance is 2.5. okay, then you click on enter, then you move it to the left and this to the right. So when you are done with the offset of the gap, you are expected to do another offset, okay, a 2.5 of the same offset distance. So you come to your command line, type O, enter. Okay, the offset distance is 2.5, enter. Then you move it, okay, to the right, so like from here to the left, then you click on enter. So the next thing is to change the color. So the color from here to here is expected to be white. Okay, so you click on by layer. All right, so by layer, so next thing now is to introduce the break line. So we want to break this line, okay, to let you know that this is the width of the road. Okay, from here, from this gap to this gap is the width of the road. Okay, from here to here is the width of the road. Okay, this is like a highway. Okay, this is a highway design. Right? So we are going to introduce the break line. So how to do that is to come to your properties, scroll down to by layer, okay, then you click on order. So we are going to load the break line tool. So click on load. So you scroll down to dash. Okay, so you can actually choose to load any of this dashed. So I'm just going to load this dashed times 2. Okay, click on OK. So when it appears here, okay, you click on it, just highlight on it, then you click on OK. Okay, so when it's done, you come back to properties, come to the by layer, then you are going to see it -2. Okay, so before you choose it, you highlight the line. All right, you highlight the line you want to break, then you come to properties again, come to that, then scroll down to -2. So when you click on it, you find out that the line is already dashed. So we are going to do the same thing for this, and this. So in order not to stress yourself, okay, come to properties -2. All right, so you highlight it, everything is going to be highlighted. Okay, so it's all dashed. All right, so in case this dashed is not well dashed enough, or maybe it's too spacious, you can highlight everything the way you see on the screen. Okay, right click, click on properties, let's minimize this for now, then you can say line type. Okay, line type, so you can choose to increase it, all right, from 0.2 to 0.5. that is, you are going to enlarge the break lines. So if I click on enter, you can see it is now bigger. So I'll just return it back to 0.2 and enter, so it's going to be smaller, so it's going to look more beautiful this way. So that is how to break the line. Okay, so when you're done with that, okay, the designed aligned alignment, which is in red, okay, you have to increase the width of it. So you click on it, you right click, okay, then you scroll to quick properties. All right, so this width you can just make it 0.1 and click on enter for it to look bigger and more, okay, bold. All right, so that's just that for that. So this is how to design the surface alignment of your route. So you can now choose to off some of your layers, like the elevations, okay, and the points, by coming to layer properties. So there are some of the informations that you may not need. Okay, so we don't need the point elevations. So you can see it all, and we don't need the point numbering as well, this in this particular color. Okay, don't need the point numbering, so I'm going to off that as well. So the changes as well, we don't need it because we already have a design change. Okay, the center changes as well, we don't need it, so I'm just going to off that layer as well, okay, which is green. So that is just it. So that is just it for your alignment. So therefore you can choose to, okay, off the point as well, point elevations, like the points. All right, so we don't actually need that as well. So that's just it for your surface design. So I hope you get. So if you have any question on this, you can actually ask, okay, and drop it under the comment section directly. I'm going to attend to you immediately. So you can decide to put information, your name, whatsoever information you need, and some other details to beautify this. Thank you. See you again.